Welcome to class 8 students. Today I'm going to start a new chapter with you all, which is your part of your annual syllabus, which is chapter number 9, food production and its management. Okay, so in this chapter we are basically going to talk about the different kinds of food, how they are produced and how we manage them. Okay, so let's start the chapter. Reading from your book, all plants and animals need food for their survival, right? Food supplies nutrients and protects their body from diseases. It is necessary for the growth, development and repair of worn out body tissues. While plants prepare their own food, animals and human beings depend on both plants and other animals for their nutrition. So, plants, we all know that plants can prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis, and thus they are known as autotrophic organisms, while animals and human beings, they cannot prepare their own food, so they have to depend on the plants or other animals for their food. So their type of nutrition, mode of nutrition is heterotrophic, right? Human beings obtain food mainly from agriculture and animal husbandry. Now, you all know what is agriculture, right? It means the growing of crops, taking care of crops, storing crops, all these things fall under agriculture. But what is this new term animal husbandry? So you will find the definition at a later page. Basically, just means in agriculture we deal with crops, plants, right? But in case of animal husbandry, we deal with animals and the taking care of animals, rearing them, growing them, breeding them, so that they are useful to us economically. They give us food, they give us our daily needs. That whole thing remains intact. That process is known as animal husbandry. Okay, so human beings obtain food mainly from agriculture and animal husbandry. To give examples of animal husbandry, we can say that from cattle like cow we get milk, from goat we get meat, from hens we get meat and egg both, right? So these are the different animals that are reared in this topic of animal husbandry. Okay, early human beings took to growing plants for food around 10,000 BCE. Early human beings started growing crops for food, means they started agricultural around 10,000 BCE. This led to the beginning of agriculture. Okay, then people got to know that via agriculture also they can gather food for themselves. Okay, the process of raising crops in a field for food and other useful products is called agriculture. The term agriculture is derived from two Latin words, ager meaning field and cultura meaning to cultivate. Okay, so these are the two Latin words, ager and cultura, from which the word agriculture is derived. And this process of agriculture is the process of raising crops in a field for food and other useful products. Okay, so next we are going to the second topic of this chapter is agricultural tasks and practices. Now, agriculture is not a very simple process. It needs a lot of steps. All the steps should be correct, and then only the whole system of agriculture will be successful. Okay, the various agricultural tasks that a farmer performs for a healthy and good yield of crops are called agricultural practices. So the whole thing, all the different stages, all the different tasks that need to be performed for a good yield. Yield means for a good harvest. Okay, all come under agricultural practices. Agricultural practices includes, what are the steps of agricultural practices? Number one, preparation of the soil. First, soil is the medium where the plants will grow, right? Now if the soil is not properly prepared, or if the soil is not fertile, if the soil is poor, then the plants or the crops that are being grown, they will not grow properly, right? So firstly, first stage is to prepare the soil properly. Second is sowing of seeds. After the soil is prepared, it is made fertile and perfect for crops to grow, then the seeds are sown. Next is irrigation. Irrigation is supplying water to the crop fields is known as irrigation. Then harvesting. So after irrigation, seeds have already been sown. Now the crop plants will grow on their own, and when it's time to harvest, they will be harvested, means they will be taken away from the field, and then they will be stored in a particular storage. Okay, now we will talk about each of these steps. So how many steps? First is the preparation of soil, next is sowing of seeds, third is irrigation, fourth is harvesting, and fifth is storage of food. 5 steps under agricultural practices. Okay, so we are going to talk about each step. First step is the soil is prepared by loosening and turning it. You may have seen bullock carts. They have like hooks at the end of the carts, which go all over around the crop fields, so that the soil is loosened and turned. Okay, so this loosening and turning of soil is very, very important, even in our gardens or even in our potted plants. Those who take care of the plants, they from time to time they took a scalpel type of thing and they loosen the soil. Okay, they dig out the soil and loosen it, make it loose, otherwise the soil becomes very hard. So why is that? From time to time, the water air pockets within the soil particles, they vanish. Okay, sometimes they are there, and when after a long period of time, you will see that the soil is very tightly packed, so that is not good for the health of the plant. So loosening and turning of the soil is very important, and this is how the soil is prepared, and this process is known as tilling or ploughing. What is it called? It is called tilling or ploughing. Okay, so this is the first step. Next step, then the seeds are sown at a depth where they can get enough air, water and warmth to germinate easily. So after loosening and turning of the soil, first step is done. Next step is to sow the seeds. Where will the seeds be sown? We can't just throw the seeds away randomly, right? The seeds need to be sown at a particular depth under the soil surface, that so that the seeds get enough air, water and warmth from the sun to germinate easily, because the seeds will first germinate and then they will give out radicle and plumule, and from those roots and shoots will start to grow, and then only new plants will grow from the seeds, right? So for them to germinate, these things are very important, and keeping these in mind, they are sown at a particular depth. Okay, so we are done with the first 2 steps of the agricultural practices. We are going to discuss about the next 3 steps of agricultural practices in my next video. Okay, thank you.